We're off to a great start. Oh dear. No, you've been put out, but old Manzi just got in. Hang on. Yeah, we're gone. Good evening, everybody. Oh, for God's sake. I did. At least I'm pretty sure I did. That was on. That was on before I started. Well, I know for a fact when I was making sure everything was right, I put that on before we began. Brilliant. Brilliant game. That's just stupid. Anyway, take two. Good evening, everyone, and welcome along to RSF1's Dutch Grand Prix of Division 4. I am Jedi Gamer 46, and I'm joined tonight by Mr. XDG Mando 1992.
Also known as Rodders. How are you all doing today, people?
Yep. Hopefully this is going to go a lot better than last week. I'm feeling a lot better. A little bit of a cold, but I'll push through.
Oh, funny.
Yeah. Typical, the one day I'm on comms is the one day it starts raining. Having been pretty much summer the whole week, so I don't have a middle ground, so I'm either completely fine or I have problems. On the plus side though, I do not feel like I'm about to fall asleep, so yeah. Unfortunately tonight we are a little bit lacking on numbers, so we're doing a short qualifying session and then we'll be heading straight into the race. And for some reason I've just noticed
tonight.
Yeah. For some reason I've noticed we're joined by Daniel Ricciardo. The last of the late breakers graces us with his presence. Well, on my screen it does, at least.
Oh, okay, that's weird.
However, it correctly has someone else's helmet and number 95. Oh, hang on.
No, I don't see any of that.
In the Williams. They never get their own name displays.
11-9.
And we've got absolutely no idea what that means for the rest of the session, but here comes Dano Ricciardo, as I'm going to call him.
11-7 for Mushy.
Hey.
Everyone going out on the soft tyre as expected.
Well, you get extra sets of softs for a short session, so... But yeah. We've got a spun AlphaTauri of Charismic.
Purple Sector 2 for Dano.
Mm.
In his Willy Hams. What can he do for Sector 3 though? Well, Sector 1 and 2 is purple. He is absolutely on a flyer. His setup looks extremely stable as well. So this is looking good. We go round the fast right-hander onto the start-finish straight. And across the line, but doesn't go pole. Wow. That's surprising. He was fastest in Sector 1 and 2, and that last sector didn't help him out whatsoever. As we've got a yellow flag. It's like I'm moving out of the way.
Yep.
Respect.
Correct me if I'm wrong, the purple sector feature of this game is just broken.
No, it's not. I found I was thinking that myself, but it's actually not. It works, this game. Don't ask me why, it just works. Because every time in Div 5 there's been a purple sector, everyone's gone quicker. So...
I don't even know anymore.
Since EO took over, the purple sectors work, but nothing else does. But hey ho, they'll get there in the end. How's everyone doing today? All right?
No one in the chat. Okay, game audio is working, that's cool. Right, so we got Old Manzi in the Alpine on his lap. I'm going to ride on board with him for this.
One's wide on his lap coming down to start finish. It's in the 12s, 12-6.
So I just realised Manzi's an in lap, so... Top on with the Mercedes of Man Tobble.
I'm starting to lap.
Oh, and he's...
Oh, get off that curb!
Oh.
You need to stay off that curb, because that will bite you.
I don't know what it is. It's
Let's
just
have a
you
look.
just do not touch that curb ever on this track.
You don't touch any of these banked curbs, because they'll just spit you out and
Realistically,
chew you
yes.
to pieces.
Yes.
So, turns 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Pretty much all of them, apart from the little chicane bit. You can get away with obviously touching them, because I've done it. You do not accelerate off that curb. As soon as you accelerate, that's it.
Yep. And Tobble pulls into the pits.
Because Zuzu hasn't gone out yet.
We've got an Alfa Romeo in the gravel. That is Rage Quit. And he's going to want to,
Come on,
and
Rage
does
Quit.
stay out of the way, because through comes the Red Bull of Mushy and the McLaren of Tree Round Blaze.
Rage Quit plays out the one nicely. Well, Rizzo. Oh, we just had a car go round. Well, it looked like it went round.
Gonna hop on board with the Red Bull of Eddie Brooke. See what his second lap can do.
Scotty. And Scotty improve his 1:11.9.
Just seeing how close the times are. 3 thousandths behind Jay Clate, 1 thousandth ahead of Tree Ram.
Yeah, well, oh, taking out the bold.
Good. Good to see the
Tree
consistency from
Ram.
last week, with all these quick, close times. As
Improving
Mushy,
yet again.
yep,
See, Tree Ram is our championship leader at the minute.
indeed he is.
Only by a few points, but we need to see him on pole really. He can win if he's at 5th, but tactics and other things will need to come into play. But if he can start on the front row, he'll be going.
Okay. Well, everyone will know that overtaking on Zandvoort is just notoriously difficult, as Eddie Brooke improves to P2 with a 111.7.
But Div 5 yesterday made it look easy.
And Blaze goes 11.4. Everything looking hunky-dory in his world right now, then. Oh, Eddie, don't do that.
Yeah, as I was saying, Div 5 yesterday found overtaking very easy, so...
Credit where credit is due, then.
Yeah.
I found overtaking on Monday damn near impossible. Partially because you could not go alongside people, but I'll gloss over that.
Oh no, I went alongside people all the time, and dive bombs seemed... Oh! Pazuzu spun it!
Oh dear.
And the barrier lost all of her front wing. Inside curb again, I think.
Yeah, most likely. He shouldn't be panicking, he's got plenty of time to get back in and get it sorted out and go for another lap. He doesn't have a banker time to go for, though. That is the only thing.
No.
So you won't actually know if he's improving or not.
We've got another spin. I don't know who that was.
I believe that is the Aston Martin, although he may have just been getting out of the way. Oh, Jake.
You have to Martin of plates.
Yeah, my bad.
Has Mighty improved his time by quite a bit. I've literally just seen that. He's done an 11.4 as well.
Oh. Right, who else we got on laps?
An old man's improved.
I don't know, but he's got an Esteban Ocon helmet, so if anything, he'll have some French speed on his side. Maybe not. Oh, was that?
I have seen. What? Yeah, that was his outlap. From what I have seen of people, they're starting to wear like fish helmet.
I cannot, for the life of me, find out or figure out why Codemasters have even gone to the effort of making polygons for fish fins to go on a flipping racing helmet. Like, no offense, I get this game is rated PEGI 3, so kids can play, but no offense to them, it's rather a bit complex for children. They're not really going to be setting any eye-watering times. If they think, yeah, they look cool with a fish head, good for them, but personal opinion, it looks ridiculous.
Rage quits in the gravel again.
Yep. That's the same corner as last lap.
Maybe he likes just going to the beach.
Maybe he'll book himself one of those multicoloured sheds after the session.
Yeah, down at Brighton somewhere.
Okay, that wasn't what I was thinking, but okay. You look at the Zandvoort track in the opening, if you're doing career mode, you can see these little hut things along the beach next to the track. I've never actually properly been up right now. I was there for about half an hour on a layover from Luton or Gatwick. I decided to go somewhere for the day, so I kind of want to go back. I mean, it was a small visit, but it was a nice enough place.
Nah, it's all about Kent, mate. The Kent countryside.
Alright, I'll put it on the list. As Rage Quit comes in, we will hop to the Red Bull of Mushy. And he goes faster, albeit not by much. I think he may have potentially backed off to go for another lap here.
Oh!
Manzi's
gone to the beach as well, and then he's going to put it in a wall and knocked a styrofoam marker board off the track.
Well done.
Oh, and then spun it and put it in a barrier again. With dirty hot tyres.
I said this last week. Don't mash the throttle down when you've just spun. Not that they can hear me,
there he
of course,
goes again.
but... Oh, there we go.
He's doing donuts! Oh, is he mashing the throttle down again? No, he's being sensible. He's learning. Right, is Pazuzu going to come out? This is the question.
Well, if he is, he's leaving it rather late.
Come on, Pazuzu, you need to come out.
Imagine if he's not actually at his TV or something. And he thinks it's like a Q1, so he thinks he's got plenty of time or something.
Pazuzu's going
Oh, there we go. As late as you like, Pazuzu does join the track.
Yeah, she certainly does.
Oh, she?
Yes.
Oh, I sincerely apologise. I made that mistake last week then. Okie dokie.
Mighty with an 11-3.
Wow. Pazuzu kind of getting out of the way of her teammate.
Rizzo, 11-5.
And Mantobble has retired in the pits.
Okay.
Red Bull coming up next. I believe that'll be Eddie. Yep.
Dino's retired.
Oh, Eddie's taking a bit of curb there. Exit of turn 1. That won't help pace in the slightest.
Come on, Pazuzu. You need to get round. Oh, look. Oh, no! We need to heat up the tyres, and there's a Ferrari coming around the corner. Right, Pazuzu on a lap.
Skin in the
DRS
teeth is
open.
just going to make it. They're going to snap at the exit of turn 1.
Stayed away from the curb though, she's learned her lesson.
Yep.
Car doesn't look as stable as Dano, but it'll be pretty quick the times. Whether it's going to be quick enough is a whole different story. True Ram Blaze and 11.335 just beating MT the Mighty's time of a 1:11.364. So this is very close between those two.
Jay Clates comes into the pits. Back to the Alpine, Pazuzu.
And Pazuzu puts in a 12.6. So Pazuzu will be starting last.
Well, on the plus side, when the inevitable turn 1 crash happens, all she has to do is just put on the brakes and then just drive around the carnage. Happy days.
Did you watch Div 5 yesterday?
I did not. I wasn't feeling well and had an early night.
Someone's wheel disconnected at the start of the Grand Prix. On the grid.
I can't imagine that ended well.
Well, I managed to get around it. I lost 2 places though, but both the Astons behind me hit the car. So knocking
Lovely.
both out.
Alrighty, so Tree Ram Blaze, the championship leader, sitting in an ideal position at the moment. That is position number 1.
300th of a second quicker than every team the bike team. Excuse me, I'm yawning now. I've had a hard day at
Don't
work.
start. Don't get me started.
Plus, I'm sitting here sipping on some nice scotch.
Ew.
You can have some if you want.
You'd be surprised. I might be Scottish myself, but I'm surprisingly not a fan of Scotch. And it's a little bit weird. I do like American stuff.
I'm actually drinking actual proper scotch as well. Glenmorangie.
Never heard of it.
Made by Glenfiddich.
That one I've heard of.
Yeah. It's just an orange version of Glenfiddich. It's Glenmorangie. As we are waiting for the grid to ready up, they are going through their tyre choices, are in the fuel strategy for this. I found the medium is the good race tyre, so you can start on that or go to the hards, start on the hard or go to the mediums. For this, there have 2 sets of mediums, so you could go medium soft, medium, if you wanted to, but the softs wear out very, very quickly, and they're not exactly fast on the surface, so what would you pick out of them, Yellow?
It would depend on where I'm starting. If I'm at the top, or at least top 5, I'd start mediums, try and get a good enough start, and then hards at the end. Or if I was a bit further back, I'd start on the hards, let everyone filter through the first few turns, just gently work your way through the field. Quicker at the end.
I went mediums. Then I went to hard under the second safety car. Then I had quite a bit of front wing damage, so I pitted under the next safety car and put on mediums. And then that was 12 laps before the end. And then I managed to, on the last lap, I was 2.5 seconds behind the leader, and I caught up to within 5/10 in one lap. So it shows you how good the medium tyre is around here.
Alright.
VSOPO, yes, it was only a short quality due to the numbers that we have racing tonight. We only have 13 drivers.
Oy. Right, if you would be so kind as to run us through the starting grid.
So we are going to go from back to front, because I feel different this time. In 13th we have Pazuzu, starting at the back. Oh, and Scotty has been disqualified from the session. Then we have the man Tobble in 12th. 11th, we have Old Manzi. Managed to get back in. Managed to get into the race after having Xbox troubles. Congrats on him. Then we have in 10th, Reg Quit in his Alfa Romeo. In 9th, we have Dano in his Williams. 8th, by Charismic in Alpha Tauri, or Tori, whatever you want to say. 7th, we have Scotty in his Mercedes. In 6th, we have Eddie Brooke in Red Bull. Him, his teammate, Mushy in the other Red Bull. In 4th, we have Clates in the Aston Martin. In 3rd, we have the other Alfa Romeo of Rizzo. In 2nd, the Ferrari of MT the Mighty. And in 1st is your championship leader in the McLaren, Tree Ram Blaze. What is everyone's prediction of this race? Who do we think's going to win it? I'm not being biased, but Tree Ram Blaze has got this.
Ooh. Oh, what is this camera? Why are we looking at the back?
Don't ask me. It's the geek.
Oh.
Oh.
Yep, don't choke on water. Okay, we're up to 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go. It's been a very good start for Triam. Not so good for Mighty. He's being held up or overtaken by the Ferrari. MT might there. God's sake. Rizzo in the Alfa Romeo. Almost by Mushy as well. Tree Ram absolutely
Oh, contact!
gone. Oh. Rizzo went off there a
Jay
bit.
Clates is round.
Yep, as is the Alfa Tauri of Charismic.
Charismic.
Don't know if he had a tap there or if he's just spun on his own accord. I think it may have been contact. He was right next to one of the Alpines. I think.
Jay Clates has got to come in and change his front wing.
Yep.
Oh, Scotty's off the track. Scotty is damaged his front wing, so he's got to come in and replace that. Looks like everyone else is all good. Ram Blazers just blazing it into the lead. He's got a 1.6 second jump when to the Mighty in 1 lap.
Absolute ideal scenario for Blaze off the start. And we've got a little train down to P5. Mighty, Mushy, Rizzo and Eddie.
Oh. Eddie nearly loses it there. He goes off the track, but it comes back on with dirty tyres and nearly lost the rear end.
Man Tobble hoping he can maybe pick up the pieces from that spin. Or a spin even.
Scotty and Clates in the pit. Let's keep an eye on Mushy and Mighty. Mighty's now pulling away. Our nearest battle is
Those
Pazuzu.
2 Alpines.
Don't tiss each other, please.
Oh, Man Tobble. Eddie Brooke has gone wide. Eddie Brooke has spun. Coming off the banking, he's taken Dano with him.
VSOPO trees. Pole time was a 1:11.336.
I have no doubt there's going to be a steward's inquiry about that one because Dano's picked a penalty for his troubles.
What did he get the 5 second for?
A severe collision with Eddie. There was the Alfa Romeo, I believe it was Rizzo. Looked like he was on the gravel, and then Dano and Eddie have spun off. I don't think
Tree ram! He's round!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh mate, he's in the gravel.
He's got no... He was lucky not to get front wing damage there. Someone punted him hard up the rear, and then
Well, it's a fairly
just
safe
manages
assumption
to
that'll be
keep it at
MT,
the
but
wall.
I don't think... Was MT that even close, was he?
No, it was old Manzi.
Ah.
There's old Manzi or Rage Quit. I can't see if Rage Quit has got any front wing damage. No, so it was old Manzi.
Right.
I just saw on a mini-map a yellow sector. I looked down and old Manzi is obviously spun it, and then cars hit him in the backside.
And Manzi is indeed into the pits as the Alpha Tauri Mechanics appears having a T-pose contest. Okay. I've seen it all now. Oh, we've got yellows, that is... He's lost it at the banking again.
Safety car?
Eh?
Or was that a VST?
There's a full course yellow, I can't actually see because it's just saying...
Full
Yellows
course
to the
safety
wall.
car. Full safety.
Oh, and Triram's been hit by the Delta. He's got a drive-through. And Dano another 5-second penalty, this time for speeding.
Was it? Full front wing damage from
Yeah.
Dana.
He wasn't even stopped there for that long. It can't have been for the damage either, because all the
Did
carbon
you
was sitting
notice
on
that?
the grass.
Did you notice that? Was you on board with Dano in the pits?
No. I was exterior.
As soon as they took the wing off of Dano's car, the bits that were damaged reappeared, and then they put a new one on.
Oh yeah, the animation is just broken for some reason. Like, I think they take the wing off, but the wing reappears, and then the new one goes on top of the visible old one. And of course it sorts itself out once he starts to head out. And I'm hoping Triram isn't serving his drive-through, and he's not. He has pitted for the hards. Rather early, it's got to be said, but I suppose, given his current situation, he's willing to roll the dice to try and make up some of his lost positions.
You want to put a lap delta and telemetry on?
Yes, that would be a good idea. My bad.
Just lap delta and telemetry, you don't need
Yeah.
tyres or anything.
I'll get all this in the head at one point, don't worry.
So basically your top 4 drivers, Mighty, Mushy, or Mushy, whatever you want to say, depending on where you come from in the world. Rizzo and Tobble are all on mediums. Zuzu in 5th and Rage Quit in 6th on hards. Charismic on fresh mediums. Then we got Scotty and Clates on 3-lap old mediums. Trip and Blaze, who come in pitted and who has a penalty, is now on fresh hards. Old Manzi. Oh, Tree Ram is in the
again.
pits again.
And he's gone on to the mediums.
Okay.
I wonder if he's actually gone in to try and serve his drive-through. And he's kind of unintentionally done his pit stop early.
Well, you can't set the drive through under safety car.
Exactly, so... Don't 100% know what he's achieving.
Unless he come in to just stay, or to do 1 lap on those hard tyres and then try and stick the rest of the race on a softer set.
Well, that just won't work. He's going to have to use hards at some point. You can't do 30 laps on just mediums and softs.
Well, you'll get 16.
Oh, he's timed his catch up perfectly. The only problem is Dano's a lap down. He's currently in between the Alfa Romeo of Rage Quit and the Alpha Tauri of Charismatic. Anyway, we'll hop on board with the race leader MT the Mighty.
No, you can't do that, Dano. As much as I'd say yes, but you'll get a penalty for it, and there's no other way I can say yes or no. So,
well, we go green once again. Eddie has lost 2 positions off the start.
That's down to the admins, Dano. I can't say yes or no.
Eddie spun at turn 1. That may or may not have been contact. He was right next to Old Manzi for that. Okay, I hopped on with Dano as he took flight off one of the curbs. I don't know if he was trying to fight the AlphaTauri there, or if he was trying to stay out of the way but keep going quickly, but he's gone to the curb, taken a flight, and he spun, almost.
Pazuzu.
Yep, Dano lost the back end. Pazuzu has indeed spun. Through goes Eddie Brooke.
Plates.
Yep.
Well, it's defending from Clates.
And
Clates
down
has
the
got
inside.
it down the inside.
Beautiful move from the Aston.
I'm at the traction though, but I couldn't come back.
Yep. And of course they're not going to have DRS yet, so it's not like Blaze will be able to just sit back and come straight back through. Unless he wants to use up all his battery, by which I mean all there. Don't know what I'm saying there.
But you saying you're tired, you've now got me constantly yawning, so thank you very much for that, Jeddah.
That's what I'm here for. Problem with me is, I had an early night, my body doesn't accept me when I do that any time, it just does not like it. Woke up at midnight. Couldn't get back to sleep again until about 3. Of course I have to get up at 5, because I work early. So yeah, even with my Red Bull and the coffee, still a wee bit on the tired side, but not that that's important.
Oh no, it's all about the 4 cans of Monster.
Yeah, well, I actually did
be
buy a 4-pack of Monster as well. I didn't drink any, but it's in the fridge. Anyway, Blaze still trying to hang on to the back of Jay Clates.
As Charisma gets rage quit.
Yep. As does
So does
Scotty 007.
What's going on with rage quits?
He's on the hards. Possibly he's had a bit of a poor run coming off the last corner. He's lost his speed. As Eddie, oh no, Tree Ram has come into the pits again.
He's going back on the hards. No, drive through.
Ah, duh.
That's gonna hurt his race.
Yep. On board now with the Alpine of Old Manzi as he tries to hunt down the Alfa Romeo of Rage Quit.
Oh, it's courtesy saying Tree Ram is going to win.
Ah. I don't believe in superstitious nonsense. I mean, we've had evidence of it here, I'll admit, but I still refuse to believe it. And Manzi has to be careful here because he's got Jay Clates right behind him.
I'm on board with Rizzo.
And I've got to be saying it, that sky has gotten a little bit greyer over the last couple of laps.
It certainly has. Got a bit misty as well. Good spot.
Are we in for some rain near the
in
end?
for some rain?
I sincerely hope not, because as I found out on Monday, rain near the end, if you've got a safety car, will humiliate you.
Div 5 had rain in quali.
Ah, fun.
Quali 3, it was Indus.
Ooh.
What can Rizzo do? Can Rizzo stay right on the back of Mushy? Not much RS though.
Well, he's using as much of it as he can. DRS open.
It's been neutralised though.
Yep. Mushy, of course, getting DRS off of the Ferrari of NT90. So all will remain as it is for now. As Tree Ram sets the fastest lap with a 14.3.
Giving up yet as Tree Ram.
Nope. He's not actually that far behind from the rest of the field, so he could still get some points out of this yet. Nick, is he going to make a move on man Tobble? Don't think so.
And old man he catch up to Rage Quit.
Ooh, I was going to say Charismatic, looking like he had a better exit, but took a wee bit of curb, running a bit further wide, although Tobble's looking a bit slow coming off the last corner, and Charismatic, through he goes.
The RS open for old man Z. Not using any RS though.
Remaining in P8 for the Alpine, sorry. There's too many A's on the grid.
Oh, Tobble. Tobble was getting really close to Charismatic there. The two Mercedes running together.
Oh, and Charismac's in the wall! Charismac's in the wall!
No, Charismatic.
Just coming off of that little bank corner, Charismatic loses the back end. And into
Car,
the wall he
maybe?
goes. I'd be surprised, because there is, of course, a DNF.
Oh, no safety car.
What is wrong with the... Is the FIA actually taking lessons from the real life? What is this? Like, we had a spin? Ah. Ah, they must have heard me, because the safety car is out. Good.
I was about to say Dano had a spin and put it into the wall and knocked off his front wing, and we got a safety car immediately. And then the Charismatic crashes. We have to wait about 20 seconds, and then we get a safety car.
And people say this game's inaccurate. We have the actual modern day FIA right here. Little spin, instant safety car. Someone's actually crashed out the race. You know, I'm not seeing it. I think we'll wait for a few seconds. Okay, yep, now we'll put it out. Pazuzu picks up a penalty in the pits. As the entire grid decides to come in, except for Rage Quit.
Rage Quit.
He started on the hards, of course, so he will take temporary lead of this race. But he will need to stop at some point.
The only thing I'm thinking of, I know the safety car is going to neutralise it. Oh, I don't know, another 5 seconds. The only thing I can actually think of here is Rage Quit going to finish off this lap and then come in. Don't know why, but
there's another thing I don't like about this game.
tyres will go to lap 22 easily.
Oh yeah, easily. No question. I've just noticed actually Dano's pits. Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, another thing I don't like about the game is I watched him come in for his pit stop. They did the work on the car, then he served the penalty. It's supposed to be the other way around. Otherwise, you get another penalty, as of course Esteban Ocon and Fernando Alonso found out this year, thus far.
No, Alonso's one was taken off.
Granted, but big hullabaloo about it.
Because apparently lifting the car isn't working on the car.
No, he didn't actually lift the car. The jack was merely touching the diffuser, ready to lift the car. Now, fair enough, I understand where they're coming from. He is sort of getting advantage, like he is right there ready to go as soon as the seconds are up.
Yeah, but everyone else is as well. I feel sorry for that guy on top of the cherry picker. The crane cherry picker. Just one random guy on his own. I bet he's lonely. That would probably be me up there, though.
I was going to say, you might get lonely, but to be fair, it's a decent job. You get a whole view of the track, and then you're watching F1 cars go around, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, and the noise.
Yep.
Much prefer it if it was a V12 era.
I'm more partial to the V8s myself. Bit of an unpopular opinion, I found out, but that's what I grew up with. That's what I like. You might not like me saying this. I don't actually find the V12 all that enticing. The V10, that's a
Well,
right,
you did grow up in that era, like
that's a
me.
right eargasm. And fair enough, yeah, I didn't, but I've just never been a fan of the V12, and I have heard it, of course, a lot. But
Being an old man now compared to most of these drivers.
anyway, safety car is coming in now. Rage quit, wasting absolutely no time, goes for it straight away. Although he slowed down a bit at the end, that might have been a bit too close to the safety car.
Oh,
Mighty
Mushy
and Mushy.
right
Yep.
side up.
Mushy down the inside into turn 1.
Oh, done.
Ooh, Eddie Brooke looking like he's having a run on the man, Scotty, sorry. Decides to back out and then goes for it again, and he's into the
This
wall.
has brought True Round Blaze right back into play.
Absolutely.
I know he's on 3 lap-old hards, but he had only done 1 slow lap on those hard tyres. So they'll warm up quicker than anyone else's.
I'm not to be trying to be rude to Eddie Brooke here, that's his own fault. Scotty was on the outside. The only place he could have gone was the grass, and he's just tapped the rear of the Mercedes and been spun. Not entirely his fault, because the contact model is a wee bit dodgy, but unfortunately that's on him. As we head now on to just about lap 16. Mushy got a great run on Rage
I'll
Quit.
be back in a minute.
Yep, no worries. Mushy seems to have a lot more pace on the hards than Rage Quit, though to be fair, Rage Quits are a lot more worn as Eddie Brooke has retired in the pits. So we are now down to the 10 points finishers. If you guys can make it to the end, you're all going to score. Yes, get in there, Man United. Apologies. Off track again slightly. Well, don't discount MT the Mighty from this little fight here. He's right up behind them. See what Mushy can do into turn 1 here. What fresher rubber. He gets a much better exit. Coming off the banking corner. DRS is now enabled. And he's going to try and go for it round the outside. And what a move that was! Very nicely moved from the Red Bull of Mushy. I dare say the decision to stay out might not have been a very big benefit for Rage Quit, because now MT the Mighty and his teammate Rizzo are going to be on the back of him quickly, and they're dragging an entire train of everyone but Pazuzu behind them. Mushy almost immediately checking out. We've got a yellow, that is. Pazuzu has spun into the gravel. Going to assume she ran a wee bit too wide there and spun on the curbs. Gently! There you go. DRS range, crucially, of Rage Quit. There's going to be some moves now, I fear. Well, speaking of which, oh, J Clay's go for a rather late move there on the Man Tobble, although in his defence, Man Tobble looked like he moved more than once, heading into the braking zone. As Pazuzu comes into the pits and picks up a 5-second penalty and decides to retire from the race. We don't like to see that, in all fairness. The race is a lot of racing to go, anything could happen. Could get another theatre car, brings you right back into play. Could have still gotten a point if she'd finished, but obviously she's made her decision. As the DRS train heads up into the final chicane. Triran Blaze just about on the back of Scotty. Hop to the front, see if Mighty can make a move on Rage Quit. Although Rage Quit, he's not too far away from his pit window. No moves yet, although saying that, Tobble is right on the back of Old Manzi. Is he going to send it around the outside, or he was looking for it? Just did not have the momentum for it. Better line than the Alpine. Through the first bank corner. Second, sorry, my bad.
Alright, I'm back.
E.
What happened to Eddie and Pazuzu?
Pazuzu retired in the pits, as did Eddie.
Ah, okay.
Most annoying thing about the DRS trains is they're right close to each other. No one can make a move because they're all being towed.
Oh, Rizzo going down at the end.
Oh, I might be about to eat my own words here.
To the Ferrari. Oh, that's tight to that line.
He's not quite pulled it off yet, no. I think he's going to hang back, and he does. Almost a move.
Oh!
As Tobble, looking for a move on the Alpine.
Clates into the battle as well.
Yep. Tree Ram all over the back of Scotty as well. The hards are working a lot better for Tobble than the mediums are for Manzi at the moment, it's got to be said. Just quickly hop up a bit to second through fourth. To Alfa Romeos and the Ferrari MT, the Mighty. He has actually depleted his battery completely. DRS is on. Rage Quit moves to the inside.
Oh, big move there
A little bit.
from Rage Quits. He's on
Give it-
20 lap old hards.
I believe he is in his pit window now, as Scotty and Tree Ram are trading positions through the first few corners. The Mercedes stays ahead of the McLaren for now, or maybe not for long. Oh, he's going for a move into the... Oh my goodness, how has he pulled that off? What a move from Tree Ram! The tightest part of the track, I've never seen a move there. Well played, sir. I believe Tobble's just gone off, yep. Dirt on the tyres. Tree Ram's now right behind him. Speaking of right behind, Jay Clates, go for his oh, that's a bit of a late one there from Jay Clates. That's old Manzi. Doesn't appear to be any damage on him though.
Oh, Mighty on Rage Quits. Mighty's out of electricity. RS. Tries to go
Around the outside.
around the outside.
And what do you know? He's pulled it off. And Rage Quit lets his teammate through. Just about remains ahead. No, he doesn't. I think he was trying to hold back Jay Clates a bit there. He's not worked in the slightest. Clates goes
Has Rage
through.
Quit got a problem? It's his tyres giving out.
Maybe I think he's trying to hold as long as he could. Good team play there from the Alfa Romeo guys. Almost immediately dropped out of the DRS of Jay Clates. Manzi's all over the back of him. Out the corner,
Rage
and he
Quits is
finally...
coming in.
Yep, he finally throws in the towel and comes into the pits. What we can assume is going to be mediums.
Rizzo and empty Mighty is the nearest on track at the minute, other than Tubble and Scotty.
Okay, that's just broken. I don't believe he drives for Williams, but whatever. And it is indeed medium tyres for Rage Quit. Go to the end, although he has got a lot of catching up to do. Any safety cars from now would absolutely put him in prime position to overtake. We'll hop on board with the Mercedes of Man Tubble as he follows the McLaren Tree Ram Blaze.
Tree Ram is only 13 points in front of Mushy.
Okay. Well, as it stands, that
In
means
the-
Mushy
in
takes
the
it to the
championship.
championship.
Yeah.
He's got quite a healthy gap, 3 seconds over the rest of the field. Appear to be quite close.
They're all on similar age tyres, so
Also, I'm noticing here, Mighty just has no battery at all. Well, to be fair, Rizzo doesn't have much either. Jay Clates, he's in a good position right now, 78%.
why'd you use it all class? We'll use most of it, try and catch up. Try on the back of this lot.
And he sets
He
the
is,
fastest
you know.
lap while you're saying that.
I think you heard me.
Oh, round goes mighty! Round goes mighty at turn
No.
1. I don't think he was hit. I think he's possibly just lost it on the curb.
See, I did tell everyone this. Stay away from the curb.
He did. Oh, Jake Cleats right behind Rizzo now. Well, he's had to back off and take the dirty airs, causing a problem.
Man, double.
I'm busy, Oliver. Oh, we'll join later.
It looks like Rizzo is catching mushy.
Well, slowly but
Rizzo
surely.
is.
Ram is getting closer to Manzi.
Bates and Rizzo. Bates stick close enough to try and attempt an overtake into the last corner and go down the straight.
A little slow on both the exits of those last two corners.
Yeah. Not using the ERS though. He's only using the DRS.
Double just about keeps the position.
Oh, let Scotty go through. He seems to be the faster car at the minute out of these two. Give me a second. My security camera's gone off. Give me a minute.
Lovely. Durant now has the DR. There's a decent exit there. Can he do the same on the banking? He absolutely can. I don't know if there's anything much as he can do to defend here as he comes into the pits. Okay. One way defending, I suppose.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. It was my mum's Amazon delivery turning up at 9:15 in the evening.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we need to get your lot up here. You don't get that.
Joys are living in a London borough, I'm afraid.
Ah. And it's going to be soft tyres for Manzi till the end of the race. He's come out just in front of Rage Quit.
They'll be dead before the end.
Oh yeah.
Well, dying. The only battle really that's on is Scotty.
Well, there's Cleats and Rizzo, although that's been on for a while. I don't think much has really happened there.
The two Mercs going at it.
Okay,
He's
Tobble.
limited. He's got enough battery power left though.
Oh, Tobble's going to try and hang it around the
So
outside.
around the
Oh,
outside.
I've gone the wrong way, sorry. I was say it was a wee bit of a late move to defend there from Tobble. But he's under braking, held it around the outside. I dare say this is actually going to be hurting the Mercedes team slightly. It's allowing Tree Round to just absolutely run away. Tiny bit of bias here because I'm a Mercedes myself. I think you two need to get your heads sorted out. Let the faster one get on with it. Just saying.
Well, I'm on McLaren, so.
We're not opposite ends of the spectrum. Hey. So in your mind, they can just carry on
I'm
with this
your
as long as they
sister
like.
team. Even though the McLaren is technically
not
they are
really.
a sister team. Like setting the fastest lap. Well, we might as well be. We use your engines and suspension.
You also got access to our reserve
Yeah.
for some reason. I don't know why McLaren have pulled those moves. Taking the two Aston guys plus Schumacher as their reserves when they've got several of their own. But you know, I'm not Zach Brown. I don't make all Martin's marketing decisions.
Pairing up with Red Bull.
No.
So that all going back to Honda.
Honestly, I'm happy with that. I'm a wee bit annoyed that suddenly Honda actually became competitive the second they left McLaren, but I digress. I'd happily take them now because they are
And what do you think of Schumacher going to Audi?
entirely possible.
26.
And
Well, it's already been
Yes.
confirmed. Apparently, he is going to Audi for 26. He's written up a contract.
oh, I ain't seen nothing of that, so I don't know what to believe. Well, I'm seeing
That's
a lot of
from
rumours it's
him.
going to be Bottas or Sainz. I'm with him.
I can see Schumacher and Bottas.
I don't know, is Bottas going to stay that long around? I know it's not actually that long away, but
Vettel.
yeah, that's not happening. As much as I would personally
apparently
love to
he's
see
coming
those
back
two
to
together,
F1.
as much as I would love to see Vettel come back and pair up with a big German name with Schumacher, I personally don't see that happening. It's a bit of a piss take that Aston suddenly have the second best car the second Vettel leaves, but whatever. He's a bit further back from Tobble this time. There's absolutely not there. I think, to be fair, Scotty's tyres have gone off a cliff.
I think they all have.
Yeah, Tobble's aren't looking much better, to be fair.
From from P1 to P7, they're all on the same like old tyres, apart from Free Ram, who's on 20.
Yeah. Well. Oh no, Jay Clayton's in the wall. Ah.
Let's put Free Ram into third.
Well, his comeback is absolutely on. As Clayton slots in between the two Mercs.
So if Tree Ram finishes third, he will still be still be at the top of the leaderboard for the championship.
Right.
Mushy needs to be 14 points ahead.
And unsurprisingly, Cleats into the pits for what is going to be a wing change. And no doubt soft tyres. So the Red Bull crew are out as well. Okay, scratch that. As are the AlphaTauri crew, but they appear to be playing Mannequin Simulator today. How broken is this?
They're doing a fake pit stop.
How do they muck that up? I don't know anything about game programming, but it just doesn't. I've never seen that in any of their other games, not even 15.
It's EA, unfortunately.
You know.
If it was Codemasters, this would have been alright, but no, it's EA. But hey,
Don't really know why Mushy's using his battery. He's got no one near him, and his battery is empty. So, yeah.
there's 2 laps left here.
And no, unfortunately, no one really close enough to be racing.
Who is your driver of the day out of the ones that survived?
I personally think I'm going to have to say Tree Ram. Sure, he started on pole, but he's had a good comeback. He was right at the bottom. Don't know what's going on with his pit stops. Had to make at least 2 or 3. Here he is. Currently looking for a podium, although don't know if Mad Tobble's got anything to say about that. Just outside the DRS.
I'm going to have to say, for me, it's Rizzo.
Okay.
Been consistent, picked up no penalties, caused no incidents on track. Just an all-round solid performance.
Fair enough.
What about everyone else? Who's your driver of the day? Tree Ram's tyres must be absolutely
They don't
old.
look pretty.
There must be no rubber left on them. It must be coming down to the carcass. His tyres are angry.
Well, I tell you what, Topples don't look at.
We're going forward.
Yep.
Alright, coming up to the third to last corner. Second to last corner. Down from the start, finish straight.
Fine.
And comes
Mushy Rizzo will take P2 and Tree Ram Blaze gets to get the final place on the podium. 4th and 5th for the two Mercedes. 6th, MT the Mighty, of Manzi's. The Aston Martin Jake Lights to pick up. Not to be rude, do you mind
Someone got driver of the day.
do this?
Yeah, no problem.
Cool.
Right now we just hope that they. Right, we're just waiting on Rizzo and Mushy. To see if they join. We'll give it a couple more seconds.
Think we're getting anywhere.
Okay, so it looks like your interview tonight is with only one driver, and that is the McLaren of True Ram Light. How are we doing tonight, True Ram? Have you included your audio?
Yeah, it's included.
Rizzo's here.
Oh, the
Well,
moment.
Congratulations on your third place.
Well, I think I had the pace, but I made a really mistake. I spun, and then I wasn't really paying attention. I kind of forgot about the safety car, that whole thing. So yeah, I was just kind of driving around with the safety car, and then I looked up, and there was 1 second left on the timer, and I needed to slow down by like 5 seconds. So that obviously wasn't going to happen. So just a bunch of stupid mistakes, really. So could have been better, but to end up third after a pretty shit race is not bad. So
Well, you had a fantastic qualifying starting on pole. You reckon you can replicate that for our next track, Spain?
well, I think I've been on pole maybe 2 or 3 races in a row now. So hopefully we can pick up another one. That'd be nice. I mean, I don't really like the track at Barcelona, so we'll see how that goes.
Okay, cool. Do you place in the drivers because you and
I think I should still be in first, or maybe tied with Machi for first, maybe.
yeah,
Or no,
because
he may be a little ahead.
at the minute you're only still just in front as you finish third because there was a 13-point difference coming into this. So
Yeah,
you
no,
might still be in
yeah,
front.
just a little bit ahead, yeah, I guess.
Like 2 points, I think it is something like that.
Yeah, I'll take it. Could have been better. At least extended the point gap or kept it the same, but at the end of the day, for spinning and getting 2 separate penalties, yeah,
Is there any shout outs you want to give to anyone?
Well, the other two guys on the podium, they both drove really well. I didn't really even try and push to catch them because their pace was good enough to keep it. So yeah, both of those guys did a good job.
Well, thank you very much, True Ramblers, for joining us for your driver's interview tonight. Hopefully, we get to see you at Barcelona, and you do very well.
Yep, thanks, man.
Congratulations on your second place. I hope that you included your audio. How did your qualifying evening?
Good evening, Mando. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Yourself?
Well, thank you. Qualifying went well. I'm just happy for once it was a clean race. That was my goal for this evening. But quali was okay. It wasn't too bad. Managed to get a P3, so I just didn't have enough pace to keep up with 3 and I think it was Machi or Mighty. Yeah,
Mighty.
Mighty was yeah. But other than that, it went well. I think it was a really solid qualifying. I just made sure that I did 3 runs.
Yeah. How do you think your race went today? You sort of seem to obviously struggle to keep up with Mushy and Mighty, like you said. Was that down to just your pace, or was that tyre wear, or did you have an incident somewhere?
No, I think it was down to 2 things: my tire wear and my setup. So I didn't go for a completely high downforce this evening, and I was really pushing my tires. I mean, I think in the end I had about 70%, 75% left. So my tires fell off towards the end. I know Clates was putting a lot of pressure on me. A lot of time I thought he'd overtake me. But then he had a little moment and he spun. So that was some relief for me. But yeah, I think it was just through the middle sector I struggled a lot with downforce. But that's obviously my own fault. The way I set the car up. So I lost a lot of time and I think that's why I couldn't keep up with Mashi in the end and the other guys.
What can we expect from you from Barcelona next week?
Honestly, it's so unpredictable these days. So I hope to do well and finish on the podium again, but it's unpredictable. I mean, you can. I mean, just look for example today with three, he was first, and then he had a little spin, and then he was I think, towards the back.
That was last.
Oh wait, we were last. But I must have well done to 3 and Mashi, the other guys on the podium. And I must just congratulate you. This is just me to you. I think you are a very good driver. Your pace
Thanks,
is
man. I appreciate
unbelievable.
that.
Your
Same-
pace is
same to you, man.
unbelievable. But yeah,
Man, thank you.
congrats.
Is there any other shout outs that anyone want to do before we end this stream?
No, nothing from my side.
Yeah, no,
Well,
I think Rizzo topped it off.
anything from you, Jedi?
No, all been covered, I think.
All I want to say is thank you very much for the drivers that actually turned up tonight. I know it wasn't a full grid, but thank you ever so much for making it a very entertaining race to commentate on. It was an absolute pleasure to do it, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you all next week in Barcelona. Thank you very much for joining tonight. I am your co-commentator, Rodders or XDG Mado 1992, and I will see you next week. Jedi, do you want to take us out of here?
Yep. Thank you for watching. That's all I can come up with.